Transfer meltdown. Manchester United's summer transfer window has split opinion, and two of YouTube's biggest Manchester United creators are giving their verdicts. In this special discussion, Mark Goldbridge from the United Stand and Alice Talks Football break down everything that's happened so far, including Manchester United's completed business, the biggest rumours, missed opportunities, and what still needs to happen before the transfer deadline.
We're all doing well. Is this the worst Man United transfer window we've had in years? I think I can present a case to you that it is. I also want to know what your thoughts are on the last week. I've been on my holidays. I haven't necessarily been as tapped in as you have. Some of you are at work,
do you think this will happen?
College, whatever. You're waiting for Man United news. You're not getting any. What was your thoughts on the week that's gone by? Let us know. It's an 8 o'clock show. It's driven by you. Also, look, some of the dripping down from our manager as well. Michael Carrick speaking positively about a transfer window that's been so shit. The indoctrination of a new manager into
what do you think about this?
The Glazer Ineos regime that infects so much of our fan base. We'll be discussing that. But Carrick speaking positively about a transfer window that we all know is shit. Is he just a puppet? Is this going to work? Also, Simon Stone and other journalists talking about how Mason Mount played so well on Friday night. Are we now...
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Being drip fed that Mason Mount's a solution as a midfielder? It's absolute bollocks, if we're being completely honest. I'm not counting goalkeepers. I won't do it on other years as well. We've bought Tielemans and Santos and sold nobody. Like, we sold nobody.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
So we sold nobody and we bought Tielemans and Santos. Santos and Tielemans were not priority signings. They were way down the list. Santos is a Chelsea bench player and Tielemans is, you know, a Villa player that we...
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
35 million because of a release clause. We're very lucky. I like both players, but they weren't priorities of anybody. So we bought two option D signings and we've sold nobody. Let's go last season. Last season, I'm trying to find a summer transfer
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
window that's as worse as this one so far. So last summer we bought Sesko and Bermo, Cunha, Le Mans. That's defeated this summer already. But we also got 40 million pounds for Garnacho, 22 million pounds for Anthony, and we set the deal in place for Rasmus, where he's now gone for 40 million pounds as well, because that's when we did the deal. We did a loan with an obligation to buy. So last summer shit's all over this one because we sold and bought. The year before that we bought.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
We bought Agate, we bought De Ligt, we bought...
Let me in the comments if you think this will happen.
Xerxes, we bought Mazraoui. So again, shit's all over this summer in relation to recruitment. But we also sold Mason Greenwood for 25 million.
This is such big news.
30 million, I think it was. We sold McTominay for 25. We sold Wan-Bissaka. So again...
Do you think Manchester will make this signing?
Last year, the year before that, better than this window because we were selling and buying. I'm not saying they were brilliant windows, but
don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
Better than this one. 3 years ago, bought Rasmus, Mount, Onana. People can say that that was actually bad recruitment, but we still managed to sell Alanga, Dean Henderson, and Fred for a total value of about 45 million quid. So you could argue that that was better than this summer. The year before that, we bought Anthony, Casemiro, Martinez, Ericsson, and we sold James Garner and Pereira for about 20.
Do you think this will happen?
20 million pounds, and Eric Bay was a little bit more. So, yeah, maybe think that's better than this summer. I don't know. And then the year before that, we bought Sancho, Varane, Ronaldo, but we sold Dan James for 25 million. So, look, I'm struggling to find a window as shit as this one. On paper, I'm struggling to find a window as bad as this one. And
what do you think about this?
You're going to get people in the chat. I don't know whether they're bots or stupid. I can't figure it out. They're going to go, moan bridge, negative, always moaning, this, that, and the other. Can I just be really clear to you? One, I don't give a shit. And two, I think you are the cancer that kills this club.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
I genuinely do. I think if you call people that are calling out the lowering standards of this football club negative moaners. You are the people that sink this football club. And I don't know your age group. I don't
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the
your
comments.
in-depth knowledge of the football club. I don't know whether you even like football, and maybe you are a bot, but you are the biggest problem because you actually think that this summer's good. You actually think there's reason to be positive when facts
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
absolutely deliver it, like I've just delivered it there. You can't, in the last 5 years, and I've never given any of the last 5 transfer windows a 6 or 7 out of 10. They shit all over this. So what is it we're meant to be jumping around in the air about?
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
What is it we're meant to be positive about this summer? Because on paper, it is quite factually the worst transfer window we've had in... I don't even know. I don't even know. There will be one that's worse, but I don't even know when it is. So, you know, you can call people moaners, you can call them negative. I'll call you a bot.
Yeah, so we need to talk about what on earth is happening inside Manchester United, because this has probably been one of the weirdest transfer windows in recent years. And while a part of me likes the not knowing and having that Tiedemann shock and that Santos shock, in general, I'm really not enjoying
Do you think this will happen?
this transfer window. It's not so much about the mystery. It's like, it just feels like we're doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, we probably are doing something. We're probably doing something secretive. And it might all be okay by the end of the window, but it feels like we're doing nothing. And look, I really like Santos. Tielemans is always a good signing, but we do need a good level third midfielder. We do need a left back. We might need another centre back for depth.
What do you think about this?
We're probably going to need a Xerxes replacement as he's expected to go back to Serie A. You could argue we need a left winger, although we've got Koné and Rashford, but there's talk of Koné maybe being the Sesko backup and us signing a left winger to compete with Marcus Rashford next season. We will discuss all of that. But in a window where Man City have signed Elliot Anderson,
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
set to bring in Bawadi. In a window where Tottenham have got Tonali, Matheus Fernandes, Van Heck, Senesi. Arsenal are looking at getting Bruno Guimaraes and now Vinicius Jr. over the line. Chelsea have got Morgan Rogers and they've got Palestra.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Really good level wing back, and Chelsea are chasing some other good names. They've got a Prem proven centre back in Lacroix in, and Chelsea have 1 game a week, and Tottenham have 1 game a week, and you know they're going to be a much better side next season. And
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
Problems, and City is strengthening, and Arsenal is strengthening. They're already ahead of us. Like the only team doing less than us is Liverpool. It's a little bit underwhelming as a Manchester United fan because it's like, what is going on? I know we're being secretive. I know we're not telling people stuff, but like, are we doing anything?
Do you think this will happen?
Well,
Let me know in the comments.
We are doing things. We're working really hard behind the scenes, and we're planning to make maybe 3 more signings this summer. And the reason it's all secret is United don't want anything coming out, and they need to figure out the prices of how much these players will be before choosing which is the next move to make, and the next move to make, and the next move to make. But it's getting annoying because obviously, I don't know if you saw the news today, but I feel like you had to have seen the news today. Said to me, we're Manchester United. Like, the Glazers have achieved what they wanted to achieve, because when we see Vinicius Jr. or Tchouaméni, we go, oh, one of those players, but we're Manchester United. Now, look, you can look at it 2 ways. You can say, look, we're not in a place yet. We need to sign a left back, we need to sign a centre back, we need to sign another midfielder. We can't blow the whole budget on a winger. In the past,
Do you think this will happen?
we've blown the whole budget on a superstar, given them high wages, and if they flopped, it's been a mess. So a lot of people are saying, you know, the situation that we're in is, you know, we need to get another centre back in for depth, we need the left back, we need this midfielder, with the third midfielder's got to be good, maybe even a striker. So like, we're not in a point where we need to just blow all the money in one position. And I get that.
What do you think about this?
Extent of, are we at the point in our rebuild where we need to go big? Because I look at Liverpool's rebuild and I look at Arsenal's rebuild. If I look at Liverpool under Klopp, under Klopp, they made a lot of 40, 50, 60 million pound signings. And then as they sort of got there, they gave him the Van Dijk, which was 80 million. They gave him the
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
You know, if you look at Arteta, he didn't do many big dog signings, bar Declan Rice. All they were signed for 50, 60 million players. And now Arsenal are going big because they're in the position where they've got the depth, they've got the squad, so they can go big on 1 or 2 players. Bruno.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the
with
comments.
Vinicius. So you look at Liverpool, they went big on a few players in Wirtz and Isak, and it all went wrong. So you can argue that. And look, I'm not expecting us to go in for Vinicius Jr., but there's always a point of me that's like, I would love to just see a bit of ambition.
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
I don't know what the financial situation is exactly, but I know it's a lot better than they're making out, and I know we have a lot more money to spend than we're saying. Now, Omar Barada actually said in an interview, like a year ago, no, about 2-3 years ago, Omar Barada said in an interview when he was at City, about 3 years
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
ago probably, that sometimes in the transfer market, if you wait around, other opportunities that weren't there at the start of the window become available. That could be someone like Vinicius Jr. He says sometimes if you miss out on targets, it's not the end of the world. You don't need to overpay for someone. Someone else could become available.
Tchouaméni to United. Breaking news. Manchester United's midfield rebuild could be about to take a major twist. Reports emerging from Madrid claim Real Madrid are now willing to part ways with French international Aurélien Tchouaméni, and Mark Goldbridge has revealed fresh details on the United stand. Is one of Europe's elite midfielders really on his way to Old Trafford? Here's everything you need to know.
Spain. But we'll talk about that on the 8 o'clock show because I'm back live with you at 8 o'clock. I just want to give you an update on what's going on with Tchouaméni because a lot of people have been asking me about, this Lucas Tchouaméni stuff, and he's doubling down on it, and Real Madrid are looking to buy Rodri.
Do you think this will happen?
And you've been quiet. I've been quiet because last night was my last night on holiday, and today I've been having a bloody nightmare, but I'm back in the country now, ready to go over the next few weeks as Man United build to this new big season. And Man United could buy Vinicius Jr., by the way. We just won't. We lack ambition. So when you're out there glazing a 5-0 win against Rosenborg B with a bunch of players that should have been moved on.
What do you think about this?
I ain't apologising for my reaction last night. You can call it negative, you can call it moaning. I will call you glazer facilitators who've let this club drop into the sewer. So, we'll just have to agree to disagree on that. In relation to Tchouaméni, I think, look, a broken clock is right.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Twice a day, and I definitely don't think that Samuel Luckhurst of The Sun has got the scoop on Tchouaméni. In fact, I know he hasn't, because I know where I get my information from, and I know where other journalists get their information from, and I know where Romano, gets his information from, to be honest with you.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
And this new contract with Real Madrid has been worked on for a very long time. It is strange that it's not been announced publicly yet. However, we're talking a very, very big deal that Real Madrid wanted Tchouaméni to sign. And Jose Mourinho is a very big fan of Tchouaméni. Now, just because
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
You then sell Tchouaméni, because what if Rodri gets
injured?
Don't
forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
What if he gets injured and you're left with who? Camavinga? Valverde, Bellingham, they're not really that type of a player. What Real Madrid are trying to build is a new dynasty. It's why Vinicius Jr. may be being moved on. So Tchouaméni is the sort of player that Mourinho likes to
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Rely on. So the indication from Real Madrid, what we're getting as of now, this afternoon, from our source, is that Real Madrid want to keep Tchouaméni as of today. But as of March, if they suddenly go, we want to sell him, and Man United put the money on the table, Tchouaméni would sign for Man United. But that's the second part to this story. Real Madrid would want 60, 70, 80 million.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
He would want big wages, which Man United don't want to pay. So you've got the financial package, which is massive if they decide to sell, and the fact that they probably don't want to sell. So at the moment, I think Camavinga is probably more likely than Tchouaméni if we're going to do a deal with Real Madrid. I think there's a lot of
This is such big news.
People putting 2 and 2 together and saying if Rodri goes in, Tchouaméni comes out. That will be up to Real Madrid.
Do you think Manchester will make this signing?
I don't think there's a scoop here. I don't think anybody's got any inside information. I think it's...
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
It's a quiet week. Let's make something out of nothing. Since March, we've said if Real Madrid want to sell Tchouaméni and Man United want to pay for him, he would come to Man United. But there's a lot of ifs there. Real Madrid have to want to sell first. Then Man United have to put the money on the table, which we haven't been willing to do. So that's where we are with that. Camavinga, look, if Rodri goes in and Tchouaméni's staying and Valverde's there and Bellingham's there, that might be the straw that breaks the back for Camavinga. In fact, if you want my opinion, maybe that's what this play
Do you think this will happen?
is all about. Real Madrid probably want to sell Camavinga and he's saying, I want to stay and fight for my place. So Real Madrid go, well, how do we make him go? Let's buy Rodri, and then he goes, I want to go. And then maybe Man United go for Camavinga. Maybe that can happen. I would say Camavinga is more likely than Tchouaméni at the moment because there's no movement on Tchouaméni. There's no talks with Tchouaméni. There's no talks with Real Madrid about Tchouaméni. So there's nothing.
What do you think about this?
Going on at the moment in relation to that. I think United do want Scott. A lot of stuff around Scott this week while I've been away. I've literally just got back in about 20 minutes ago, been checking on messages, WhatsApps, and just got in contact with people who've left me alone on holiday.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
The Tchouaméni update is fresh. The Scott update is fresh. Bournemouth are just trying to price people out. They rigidly do not want to sell him. I think there is a desire from Scott to leave, and maybe it's Chelsea, maybe it's
Do
Man
you
United.
think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
But I think there is a desire from Scott to leave this summer, and there's therefore going to be a desire from his agent to do a deal. But I think Bournemouth are very much of the opinion, look, we want another year out of you, and if you don't want to sign a new contract, fine, but we're not going to sell you unless somebody
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
comes in with a ridiculous offer, i.e. Mateus Fernandes offer, which United have already walked away from. I like Alex Scott, but explain to me in the chat, if we walked away from Mateus Fernandes, who was clearly a plan A signing for 85 million, and then we go and spend that on
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
what's clearly a plan D signing, where's the logic in that? I mean, he might have cheaper wage demands maybe, but you're still paying the big price that you've walked away from. And
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
but then again, you never know with Man United because we have become hypocritical. I'll probably get a chance to talk about it more at 8 o'clock, but this story coming out today about Man United want to get Marcus Rashford involved.
Do you think
in the
this will
Amazon
happen?
documentary.
Let me know in the
It
comments.
makes me want to throw up. It makes me want to throw up. And again, it's not against Rashford. It's just the way the club just reinvent themselves every 6 months and pretend they didn't do something that they did. You got Sir Jim Radcliffe in last October saying Amrim's here for 3 years, we're going to stick with him, and then 3 months later he's sacking him, saying he's not the right guy. A year ago, Rashford's part of the bomb squad, we're saving all this money, we know what we're doing, we're really, really...
Do you think this will happen?
We're not
Let
like
me
the
know in
club
the
that
comments.
we used to be anymore, we get rid of big earners. Then a year later, we're like, oh,
Let me in the comments.
come
if
back
you
because
think
no one
this
else
will
wants
happen.
you. It's embarrassing. Our strategy is embarrassing. As I said, Rashford, what's he going to do? No one wants him. No one wants him what he wants to do. He doesn't want to go to Saudi. He doesn't want to go to Turkey. So no one wants him.
This is such big news.
He'd have gone to Barcelona. United would have sold him to Barcelona. But
Do you think Manchester will make this signing?
they don't want him. So Rashford's like, well, I'm on 325 grand a week. I'm coming back. And
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
United are like, Billy Big Bollocks, wow, we'll sell him. Oh, then they've realised the facts. They couldn't sell anything. They literally can't sell anything to anybody. And they've gone, we can't sell him. And I bet Sir Jim's going, well, I don't want to pay him 325 grand a week. Well, contractually, we've got to for 2 years. I've got an idea. Let's pretend we want him back and let's pretend he's a big, important player for Man United. Just spent a year making out that that's not the case. Embarrassing. And you know what's really embarrassing, though, because it leads nicely into the left wing position.
Do you think this will happen?
Vinicius Junior is available. Arsenal are in talks. He's available. That's a deal. We're bringing Rashford back. The champions of England are signing people like Vinicius Junior and Bruno Guimaraes. I mean, look, they're already up there. And we're talking about Arsenal here. Older fans, you don't even need to be that old. I mean, it was only 6 years ago Arsenal were laughing, but, literally
What do you think about this?
laugh at Arsenal. They're all outside with Robbie shouting Wenger out. And that's the only growth industry around Arsenal was AFTV moaning about their club. And now they're winning Champions League. Well, they're getting to Champions League finals. They're winning Premier Leagues. They're in talks with Vinicius Junior. Just shows you how, if you're ambitious
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the
and
comments.
you run well, you can turn things around quite quickly. But they're miles ahead of us now, aren't they? They're absolutely miles ahead of us. We're bringing Rashford back. signing people like Santos and Tillemans. They're already the champions. They've already been in a Champions League final. They're going for Bruno Guimaraes.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
They're going for Vinicius Junior, and we're sat there doing, next to nothing. I mean, it's embarrassing. But and look, I know and respect. When I say something, I don't do it expecting 100% people to back me on it. I mean, I don't know.
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
People think they are, who come in gobbing off. Like, we've been doing it for 10 years. It's definitely not a place for, playing for likes. There are YouTube channels who do that. One of them is very, very, very good at it. But,
do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
In my opinion, I will not do that. And I don't care if it's one voice or other people are saying the same thing. I'm not here to please you. I'm here to make you think. That's the strength of the United stand. And we're never going to stop doing that.
Carlos Baleba to Manchester United. Here we go! Fabrizio Romano has delivered a sensational update on Manchester United's pursuit of Brighton midfield star Carlos Baleba. The Cameroonian international has reportedly made it clear that he would be super keen on a move to Old Trafford, with his representatives once again exploring the possibility of a deal. However, despite the player's desire, United have not yet returned with an official approach to Brighton, meaning the transfer remains in its early stages.
About the situation of Manchester United and Carlos Baleba. What's the story on Manchester United and Baleba? What's happening between Manchester United and Baleba? Just quickly, guys.
Do you think this will happen?
From my understanding, Baleba, 1 year ago, August 2025, was pushing like crazy to go to Man United. And Baleba had an agreement on personal terms with Man United. So he had his dream to become a Man United player. Then Man United couldn't proceed because Brighton didn't want to sell the player. He was a top target at that time with Amorim, and so nothing happened. Then Man United were considering...
What do you think about this?
Baleba as a top target when Amorim was at the club. Then, since January, when Amorim and Man United decided not to continue together, since that time, the track has gone cold for Baleba. Now, the name is out there again. Why? Because my understanding is that those close to the player have
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
been in contact again with Man United to suggest the possibility to return for Baleba. So it's from Baleba's side that they are trying to understand if Man United can return for the boy or not. After the Éderson deal off and after all the other developments from Baleba's
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
side, they want to understand if there is a chance to reopen conversations and negotiations with Man United. We know United are looking for a third midfielder. We know United want to make something happen for another defensive midfielder. So this is the plan, this is the idea, but we
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United
need to
fan.
understand now if there is going to be a possibility for Baleba or any other option, because Man United are checking on the market which possibilities can become concrete in this summer transfer window. But Baleba is a name who was already high on the recruitment team list.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the
1
comments.
year ago, the player is super keen about Man United. Now depends on the club whether they want to proceed or not. Guys, on this and much more, many updates, as always, every single day. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, and then every single day, guys, we are here to keep you posted. So your opinion on Lacroix to Chelsea, on Harry Kane, Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, Cuti Romero, what do you think about his future? And then...
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Carlos Baleba, yes or not for Man United, so your opinion.
Let me in the comments if you think this will happen.
Here in comments. See you soon. Ciao. And then return to coaching later on. So this is the plan for Guardiola.
This is such big news.
Now, Italy will check on different coaches. Andrea Pirlo, Antonio Conte, Roberto
Do you
Mancini.
think
These are the
Manchester
three
will
main
make this signing?
names to make a decision as soon as possible, but Pep Guardiola is not going to be.
Don't forget
the
to
new
smash a
Italy
like if you're a
head
Man
coach.
United fan.
Talking about more players, guys, just quickly, Cuti Romero, I told you, the Argentinian defender is leaving Tottenham, is decided, is 100% decided. Tottenham 4 centre-backs for the new season will be Van Echke, Van de Ven is going nowhere, and also important to mention Kevin Danso, and important to mention Marco Senesi, who joined Tottenham in the summer transfer window. Romero is leaving. And for Cuti Romero, Inter have started talks also on player side. Inter have approached Tottenham, and Inter have approached the players'
Do you
camp.
think this will
so
happen?
Inter are trying. For Barcelona, it's only possible in case they sell a centre-back. Only in that case they can think about a Romero possibility. Otherwise, Barca are not going for Cuti Romero. So this is the situation around the player. Then I wanted to mention something more on a former Tottenham player. Harry Kane.
What do you think
now
about
the World
this?
Cup is over, the player is on holiday. After the holidays, Bayern are prepared to approach Harry Kane camp to offer him a new contract. Because after some calls arrived from Spain over the recent weeks, Bayern have already confirmed to Harry Kane before these calls and before the World Cup that they want to offer him a new contract. And now
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Meet with the brother of Harry Kane, who is taking care of his future, and offer a new contract to the striker. So Bayern are set to return to the table and offer a new deal to Harry Kane. And that's going to be a negotiation, a conversation taking place in the next
Do you
weeks.
think this will happen?
So keep
Let
an
me
eye
know
on
in
that
the
one,
comments.
because obviously it's going to be important to understand the future of Harry Kane at Bayern. Then guys, I wanted to mention something more just quickly for all of you asking me about the situation of Manchester United and Carlos Baleba. What's
Don't
the
forget to
story
smash a
on
like if
Manchester
you're a Man
and
United
Baleba?
fan.
What's happening between Manchester United and Baleba? Just quickly, guys. From my understanding, Baleba, 1 year ago, August 2025, was pushing like crazy to go to Man United. And Baleba had an agreement on personal terms with Man United. So he had his dream to become
Do you
Man
think
United
this will
player.
happen?
Then
Let me
Man
know in the
United couldn't
comments.
proceed because Brighton didn't want to sell the player. He was a top target at that time with Amorim, and so nothing happened. Then Man United were considering Baleba as a top target when Amorim was at the club. Then, since January, when Amorim and Man United decided not to continue together, since that time, the track has gone cold for Baleba. Now, the name is out there again. Why? Because my understanding is that those close to the player have been in contact again with Man United to suggest the possibility to return for Baleba. So it's from
Do you think this will happen?
Baleba side that they are trying to understand if Man United can return for the boy or not. After the Éderson deal off and after all the other developments, from Baleba side, they want to understand if there is a chance to reopen conversations and negotiations with Man United. We know United are looking for a third midfielder. We know United want to make something happen for another defensive midfielder.
What do you think about this?
So this is the plan, this is the idea, but we need to understand now if there is going to be a possibility for Baleba or any other option, because Man United are checking on the market which possibilities can become concrete in this summer transfer window. But Baleba is a name who was already high on the recruitment team list 1 year ago. The
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
player is super keen about Man United. Now it depends on the club whether they want to proceed or not. Guys, on this and much more, many updates, as always, every single day. Remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the
Do
channel,
you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
and then every single day, guys, we are here to keep you posted. So your opinion on Lacroix to Chelsea, on Harry Kane, Pep Guardiola, Carlo Ancelotti, Cuti Romero, what do you think about his future? And then Carlos Baleba, yes or not for Man United? So your opinion here in comments.
Don't forget to
So-
smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
Could Lisandro Martinez be leaving? Reports suggested United could be forced into making a huge decision over the Argentine defender's future. Mark Goldbridge has given his reaction, while over at Stretford Paddock, Stephen Howson and Jay Motti have also had their say on whether United should keep Martinez or consider cashing in after another injury-hit spell.
Oh, I want to talk about Martinez. Right. I have heard some absolute nonsense about Lisandro Martinez over the last week. Right. I've seen people doing videos.
Do you think this will happen?
I've been sent clips of that. I've seen tweets. I think this anti-foreign player stuff comes right to the surface as soon as there's an inkling that they can go in at a player. So he's basically been rechristened as the new Luke Shaw now because he got injured in the World Cup.
What do you think about this?
and we should be getting rid of him, right? Harry Maguire gets injured quite a lot now. We renewed his contract on the same wage. How did that get missed, by the way? Everybody last season, when they were talking about keeping Maguire for another year,
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
was saying, well, only if he reduces his wage. He didn't reduce his wage. So we gave Maguire a new contract on pretty much the same wage. That was what was reported.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
We've also got Luke Shaw, who's 31 and, you know, is crap, but also on a big wage. And then you've got Lisandro Martinez, who's still in his late 20s.
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
Has had a couple of injuries, admittedly, but is without doubt our best ball-playing defender. And you've had this week people saying, you know what, it needs to be said, Martinez needs to go. We need to move Martinez on. You know, if we move Martinez on, you know
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
where he'll go? Barcelona or Atletico Madrid. And then he's just been in the World Cup tournament, the team of the tournament. There is potential issues around injury that we need to get the bottom of. But if he goes somewhere else, they will get to the bottom of those issues. And he is on a different level to Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire currently when it comes to ability. And also he has some
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the
thing
comments.
that you can't really buy in the modern game, and that is
Let me in the comments if you think this will happen.
dedication, motivation, aggression. It is not the time to be removing Lisandro Martinez, but it is the time to be calling out these prats who are
This is such big news.
trying to christen him the new Luke Shaw. I would say to those people, is that because he doesn't have a British passport? Because it seems to me,
Do you think Manchester will make this signing?
with people like Bruno Fernandes, Anthony Martial, David De Gea, if there's an inch of a chance
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
to go in on a foreign player, there's a very, very, very consistent few who do it every chance they get, and they create this noise. Last time I checked, we've just spent half an hour talking about how Man United might be miles off winning a Premier League title, and we're talking about selling one of our best players. You know, we're talking about selling one, and he's a problem in the dressing room. Why?
Do you think this will happen?
I've never heard that Martinez is a problem in the dressing room. Never once have I heard anything bad about Martinez. In fact, quite the contrary. He's well liked in the dressing room, and most players say how important he is to the way that the team want to play as well. So I'm sort of baffled as to why there seems to be a
What do you think about this?
bit of momentum at the moment around removing Lisandro Martinez from a Manchester United squad. We need to be holding on to talent, not removing it. Now, look, I will admit, I literally said, if he gets another injury, it's a problem. But, you know, you have the discussion.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
You have the discussion, don't you? Now, look, I may have said, if he gets another long-term injury, what are we going to do? This is not a long-term injury. This was a precautionary substitution because he felt a muscle. I think you bring
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
him back and you look at him and you figure out what the problem is, but you don't cash in on a player, because if someone's willing to buy him, why are we selling him? You know, we need to be building with team players like this. I mean, are you telling me next season you want
Don't
to go
forget
ahead
to smash
with
a
Harry
like
Maguire
if
in a
you're a
back
Man
four
United fan.
over Lisandro Martinez? Are you telling me you want to buy a centre back? Well, you know, that might be a conversation. If you say to me, we're selling Lisandro Martinez and we're buying Schlotterbeck from Dortmund, hey, let's have the conversation. But before we do that, can you just tell me how the midfield's going this summer,
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
which we've known about for 12 months? I mean, are you genuinely telling me, let's get rid of Lisandro Martinez to sign somebody else? Because I will laugh in your face and say, yeah, Casemiro's gone, we haven't replaced him yet. So if it's selling Martinez to buy somebody, you are playing a very dangerous game.
Centre half. they're decent lads, but they're not Lisandro Martinez fully fit. And I think the risk of him, the pros of him being fully fit and where he is versus where the rest of them are, it's night and day. I think him and De Ligt
Do you think this will happen?
fit, which I know is like, it's a roll of the dice and playing the lottery, but the chances of those two being fit, and if you did bring in a Berg and you did get in a backup centre forward, and maybe even if you did sign Lewis Hall, that's a team that I think could do some damage, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
What do you think about this?
I was thinking about Martinez is that FA Cup final.
Yeah.
Even though he's injured and all the rest of it, if he came back or if he was available at the business end of the season, he might be the difference in some big games because he's that good. He is. And I think certainly this season, I wouldn't be
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the
looking to
comments.
get rid of him. I know there was talk, I think it was a bit more of an internet rumour than actual talk of him going Atletico, but I wouldn't do that. I'd keep him for this season at least. If at the end of this season we're having the same conversation, he has to go. If we're still going, well, if Martinez can get fit, then let's be real.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Well, it's over. Yeah. But I'd at least give it in this season.
The World Cup thing as well was like the perfect summary of him, wasn't it? He gets in the World Cup team of the tournament and then comes back to United injured.
Yeah.
Like, he's brilliant and then he's unavailable.
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
He had such a good World Cup, obviously, the team in the tournament for a reason. He played a massive part in getting Argentina to that final, not just with his defending, but also the goal against Cape Verde, the assist against Cape Verde.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
And you can see how he went from being in 2022 a part of the squad who played. He still got 5 appearances, played 120 minutes in the quarters, but wasn't, first choice. To someone who was integral. To their team. And I felt for him a little bit when he was, injured in that first half because he didn't really get a chance, did it? The game was sort of, only getting going and then he was done. But from a United point of view, you just got to think, how much can we rely
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
on this guy? This season needs to be his season where we see more than just
Let me in the comments if you think this will happen.
18 appearances or whatever. I know that's probably doing him a disservice, but he's not had, I don't think he's had like 7 months without an injury, a serious injury. I think the most he's had is
This is such big news.
that first season where it was like 6 months.
Yeah, that's a worry. Another name that,
Do you think Manchester will make this signing?
again, just because of what, the last couple of seasons,
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
when you judge it from when Ineos came in and the 2-season sort of policy that they have, if we'd have signed Ahmad in the summer of 2024, where would he be now in terms of his 2-year trial?
Jed Spence to Manchester United. Welcome back to the channel, where breaking reports suggest Tottenham Hotspur fullback Jed Spence could possibly be on his way to Old Trafford. According to the latest reports, Manchester United are among the clubs keeping a close eye on the England international as speculation over his future continues to grow. In today's video, we're taking a look at what Forever United TV has to say about this developing story as they break down the rumours, the reported interest from Manchester United, and whether Michael Carrick could see Spence as the ideal addition to his squad.
Probably going to want a fair price for him. We'll just bring up the story and what has actually been said. Manchester United are weighing up a move for Jed Spence after Carrick was impressed with his World Cup performances. The report includes quotes from Gary Neville, who has praised Spence for his
Do you think this will happen?
aggressive defending and tenacity. Spence, who can operate as either left or right back, is valued around 40 million by Spurs. Inter Milan have walked away from talks for the 25-year-old after failing to get close to his price tag. I think it's more than that in
What do you think about this?
terms of the price. These are reports coming out. Now, the market value obviously puts him at that. He has become a target for Manchester United. You've got Team Talk, you've got Football Inside. There's a few more online also talking about this. Ultimately, we could have put any fullback on the thumbnail this morning and started talking about it, because I think it's an
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
area of the pitch that's, when I've done shows before here on the channel, most Man United fans have actually said that they would prefer a left back to a left winger. And I totally agree with both of them. I agree that with obviously Manchester United
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
being stacked in the left wing area, we need that left back. Now, Lewis Hall is still on the table. One thing we will say, when you look at how Ineos have operated, let's just say in previous transfer windows as well.
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United
When
fan.
there is a key position that needs to be filled, and it is probably just one player, United don't mind going big for that player. I mean, look, what you're having to do here is probably go out and spend quite a bit of money at left back, because Luke Shaw's got one more year.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Cannot see Luke Shaw lasting past this season. So effectively, with no one else there to compete on that side, you could say Dello can play there, Mazraoui can play there, and the academy lads can come through. United's still going to need one big left back. Obviously, they'll be competing this season with Luke Shaw, and that's something that they could probably deal with, I'm guessing. And this is just in the mind of a left back potentially looking at Manchester United, let's say. They're looking at this and they're going to go, right, okay, I've got to compete with Luke Shaw.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
That's going to be a difficult job, obviously, and
Let me in the comments if you think this will happen.
I'm not going to get as much game time as I want, but he's gone. The year after, he's gone, basically. And that, I think, would lead into that player then feeling like this could be a good move for
This is such big news.
them. If you're going to be an established number one at Manchester United, but that comes with the price tag.
Do you think Manchester will make this signing?
And that comes with the quality of the player as well. I like Jed Spence. I think he's an
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
all right player. Personally, I wouldn't sign Jed Spence. I'm going to be completely clear. Again, that is just my opinion on this, but I think there are better left backs out there at the moment. And if you're going to spend the money that Spurs are probably going to want from Manchester United for Spence, I would rather go in and just bite the bullet and deal with Newcastle. Again, the Manchester United, in terms of what they're doing in the transfer window, nobody really knows if they are willing to go big on a player, because nobody knows what's going on. And that's the thing.
Do you think this will happen?
We're talking about players here that might fit Manchester United, and we're looking at the positions of their clubs and where there could be a potential move in the offing. It's not that Manchester United have actually done the necessary. Manchester United have probably contacted every single one of the targets that we have spoken about this summer, and we're trying to decide whether that player is actually good enough to come into Manchester United.
What do you think about this?
I think that when you look at Jed Spence, when you look at what he brings to the table, I think it's obvious that he's reportedly being linked to Manchester United. We know that Manchester United would be looking at attacking fullbacks. We know that Manchester United will be looking at someone.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
To Luke Shaw, how is different to what we've got behind Luke Shaw? It's the variety. What we do know about Ineos is like with what the likes of Jason Wilcox has said. When Jason Wilcox said you need players that can come in, plug and play, players that bring something different.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Players that do actually offer Manchester United a different variety of play in terms of what we could do formation-wise, how we could attack, what that fullback could offer to that left winger, and therefore overlapping and qualities that he
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
brings. Is it different to what we've got? Does he fit into the system? Does he fit into the wage structure? Does he fit into the price tag? All of that comes into it with United. So we know that there is definitely something different with Jed Spence in how he plays. He has got something going forward. He has got
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
skill. He has got speed. And of course, you know that is something that Luke Shaw is lacking at the moment. In terms of end products, in terms of speed, getting up and down that pitch, we do need something a little bit different on that side. Now, I'm not saying that Jed Spence is the go get him. And like I said,
Fabrizio Romano has delivered a significant update on Aurélien Tchouaméni's future, and it looks like one of the biggest transfer rumours of the summer has finally come to an end. Romano has shared the latest on the Real Madrid midfielder, explaining why a move to Old Trafford is no longer on the table and what this means for Manchester United's transfer plans going forward. So, is this the final nail in the coffin for United's pursuit of Tchouaméni?
Wingers. On Real Madrid, guys, let me tell you. First of all, today, new rumors on Aurélien Tchouaméni and Manchester United. United still trying, United want to make it happen, United want Tchouaméni. Guys, I told you, first of all, several times in May, in April.
Do you think this will happen?
In June, the Tchouaméni is considered internally at Man United as the dream midfielder, the perfect midfielder, in terms of leadership, being an elite player, international defensive midfielder, the perfect next one after Casemiro. But Casemiro today signed at Inter Miami. It's official. It was an exclusive story from March. But on Tchouaméni, guys, my understanding is that he already signed.
What do you think about this?
The new contract with Real Madrid. So everything is done. The new contract is signed. He's a really important player for Jose Mourinho. Mourinho was pushing to keep Tchouaméni. So the understanding is that Tchouaméni is staying at Real Madrid and signing a new contract. That's the clear feeling around Aurélien Tchouaméni. And then after Tchouaméni, we
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
have more to say also on more players at Real Madrid, because we clarified that situation, but it's also important to mention, first of all, the situation of Eduardo Camavinga. Many questions on Camavinga for Chelsea, what happened with Manchester United and all the rest.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Guys, what happened is the following. Manchester United had conversations with the agents of Camavinga to understand the situation of the player. And they did the same also with Manu Koné few days, weeks ago. So Man United are still looking for a defensive midfielder. But as I
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
always told you on Camavinga, the only way to get Camavinga, whether it's Man United or any other club, is to get a green light from the player. And at the moment, the message coming from Camavinga, and it's the same May, June, July, is that Camavinga wants to work under Jose Mourinho.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
And then try to stay at Real Madrid. Try to revive his career at Real Madrid. So Camavinga doesn't want to leave Real Madrid. Camavinga wants to stay. Then, if from now to the end of the window, at some point, Real Madrid will talk to Camavinga, Mourinho will talk to Camavinga, maybe Camavinga will talk to them, we will see, I don't know. If at some point something changes and Camavinga opens doors to an exit, for sure, Premier League is a very likely destination. But
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
at the moment, the desire of Camavinga remains to stay at Real Madrid.
Let me in the comments if you think this will happen.
Camavinga wants to continue at Real Madrid and wants to play for Real Madrid next season. Then, again, we will see what happens from now to the end of the summer. At the moment, this is the position, so we have to wait.
This is such big news.
And see what's gonna happen then. Then, also, many questions on Gonzalo Garcia.
Do you think Manchester will make this signing?
It's true that Fulham have an interest. It's not a new interest, also because Arbeloa knows the
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
player so well and appreciates the player. Remember that Arbeloa in January decided for Gonzalo Garcia to stay. He had many proposals from Germany, from Italy, from Spain, from England. Arbeloa said that the player is staying here, Hendrik is going on loan. So
Manu Koné to sign for Manchester United? Fabrizio Romano has dropped what could be his biggest hint yet, that the French midfielder is heading to Old Trafford, but has he effectively already confirmed the deal without actually saying the famous words? In today's video, we'll break down exactly what Romano has reported, why Manchester United appear to be closing in on another major midfield signing, and what Koné could bring to Michael Carrick's side ahead of the new season.
First of all, I saw a link coming from Paraguay, Man United negotiating for Orlando Hill, the goalkeeper from Paraguay who had a fantastic World Cup, but that story is not true. Manchester United signed Darlow from Leeds. They have already a first goalkeeper like Senne Lammens. Darlow will be the backup.
Do you think this will happen?
Tom Heaton is the third goalkeeper. Lammens, Darlow will be the backup. Tom Heaton is the third goalkeeper. And meanwhile, Altay Bajindir is still there. They are looking for a solution for Bajindir, but Man United already decided to let him go. So for the goalkeeper, no movements. Ismail Assar, many links also with him in the last 24, 48 hours. But at the moment, guys, for Sarr, it's the same as Crescencio Summerville.
What do you think about
for
this?
Summerville, many people say that talks, concrete talks, negotiations ongoing with Manchester United, but the reality, guys, is that Manchester United, until they have Marcus Rashford in that position, they are not advancing for any winger. So at the moment, Manchester United are not proceeding. For Ismail Assar, many links, but at the moment, still
Do
nothing
you think
concrete.
this will happen?
Because
Let me know in the
Rashford, at the moment,
comments.
is a Man United player, because there are no active talks for an exit. Then, if a bid arrives, we have to see what happens. But Crescencio Somerville, who is close to joining Al Hilal after Roma bid during the World Day,
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Have an agreement in place with West Ham United. For sure, this is the same situation. Man United are not advancing until Marcus Rashford is there. Then, more to mention, guys.
Don't
It's
forget to
also about
smash a
Manchester
like
United
if you're a Man
and
United fan.
midfielders. We had links with Warren Zaire-Emery, but my understanding is that Paris Saint-Germain are not planning to change anything in midfield. So Paris Saint-Germain want to stay with the players they have in midfield right now. They got a new deal done for Fabian Ruiz.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
But at the moment, in midfield, they are very happy with the department they have. So at the moment, the Zaire-Emery story is difficult, is complicated. Then, if Man United at some point will enter the race for Zaire-Emery, I will be here and tell you. But at the moment, I will mention Zaire-Emery more as kind of dream target than real target for Manchester United. Manu Koné is different. Manu Koné is different because for Manu Koné, Man United had contacts with
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
There were conversations. Last week, I told
Let me in
you,
the comments
it was an exclusive
if you
story
think
here
this
on the
will
channel
happen.
last week. Now the conversations continue, but Man United have to wait to understand how much they can spend on the defensive midfield. As soon as they can
This is
decide
such
how much
big
they spend on the
news.
defensive midfielder, and as soon as they clarify who is the
Do you
wanted
think
player,
Manchester will
then
make this
Man United
signing?
will go for the next steps. At the moment, Manu Koné remains on
Don't forget
Manchester
to smash a
United list,
like if
but
you're a
still
Man
no
United
bid to
fan.
Roma, no club-to-club negotiations. That's the situation for Manu Koné as of today. If you see reports of 85, 90 million euros for Manu Koné, I'm told that it's not accurate. I'm hearing that the price tag would be lower for the French midfielder. So that's the situation around him. Then we have to see again how much Man United want to pay and how is going to be the situation for him in terms of different proposals, because it's not only Man United interested
you think
in Manu
this will
Koné. It could be
happen?
an interesting situation to watch. In
Manchester United about to make a massive transfer. All this and more on today's show here on United Daily 7. Let's get into it.
Manchester United to sign Manu Koné? Manchester United could be edging closer to another midfield addition, with fresh comments from Mark Goldbridge sparking major discussion among supporters. Goldbridge has been talking about Roma and France midfielder Manu Koné, suggesting there are genuine reasons for United fans to keep a close eye on the situation as the transfer window develops. But how realistic is a move to Old Trafford? What has actually been said? And could Koné be the midfielder Michael Carrick is looking to build around? In today's video, we'll break down everything Mark Goldbridge had to say, compare it with the latest reports, and separate the confirmed facts from the speculation surrounding one of Manchester United's most talked about transfer links.
Laurie Whitwell, I think, has said Manu Koné might be at a price point that's a bit uncomfortable for Manchester United. I think this has always been the threat.
Do you think this will happen?
I think someone's running on the beach behind me there. Can you see them? They're walking. I think this has always been a problem for Manchester United. I think if people enter the race, then it will become a problem. I think that if people create a bidding war, then it becomes a problem. I don't think there's anything sinister about that.
What do you think about this?
I think we already know that. So I'm not going to milk the cow on that one. If Roma push the price to 60, 70 million pounds, I think Man United walk. I think the price is meant to be about 40 to 50 million quid. And if it's that, I think United are comfortable. And if it's not...
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
They probably walk away. Now, whether they should walk away or not, I think we've spoken about this many times before. if there's a bidding war for a player that you want, you end up with plan F, G, H. And I would rather Man United ended up with A, B or C. So let's wait and see what happens.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Happens with that one. I mean, it's tough. You know, I think there are, if I'm being completely honest, and I will be completely honest about this, I think there are people out there trying to project that they know anything about the midfield and they don't.
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
I think they're pretending that they're getting stuff from Man United and they're not. And I think that the reality is that Man United are probably considering Koné and then they're probably considering Scott, and that's my stance. But Scott's
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
probably a little bit prohibitive. So, yeah, look, I think it could be a big week for Manchester United. It could be something that rolls on for a while. One thing you know about United is that we just don't know what they're going to do. They could absolutely mess this up and end up with someone like Berg, or they could, you know, solve the issues that are needed to be solved and end up with someone like Koné or Scott. They've definitely 100% held talks.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Talks with Koné's representatives. I can speak from,
Let me in the comments if you think this will happen.
speak from his side. I mean, he definitely wants to sign for Manchester United. There's no doubt about that. But Matheus Fernandes.
This is such big news.
Can I say this? Yes, I can. Matheus Fernandes probably wanted to sign for Manchester United. I don't think.
Do you think Manchester will make this signing?
Anyone's been brave enough to say this. Matheus Fernandes probably wanted to. Well, fuck it. Let's say.
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
Matheus Fernandes wanted to sign for Manchester United. He didn't sign for Manchester United, as we all know. He didn't sign for Manchester United because Man United didn't pay the price. But would you rather play with James Maddison for Spurs, or would you rather play in the Champions League with Bruno Fernandes, your compatriot? Of course he wanted to play for Man United, but we didn't do the deal. So I think Koné to Manchester United is what he wants, but do Man United get that deal done? We'll have to wait
Do you think this will happen?
and see. I'm not even live, and I can tell people are going to be going, can you show us a little bit more? So it was probably slightly better with that angle there. It's bloody hot, I'll be honest. We've got air conditioning here, which is great, but we've got the sun right on the balcony, so it's bloody hot. There's a white party going on, which is why I've got a white shirt. Seb's here.
What do you think about this?
Got anything to say about anything, mate?
Not really.
Not really. Where's Man United going to finish next season? Sir? That's not good. Sir means outside the top 5 straight away. If you say, it's a very good point.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
I was going to say fifth.
No, you were like a snake. You were going. Well, I'm sorry if you're saying sir. That's not first. That's not second. That's not third. That's not fourth. That's not fifth. No, you were going sir. That's not good, is it? I mean,
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
he doesn't know much, but if he's saying sir, he's considering sir. That's not good. Glazer's out. But look, I'd be very happy with Koné, but there might be a bit of a price war. What I actually thought the video was going to be about is...
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
Is Rashford. I really thought that was going to be the conversation, because I just think, like, I watched the video with Terry earlier on. It was very good. And I'm not here to dismiss opinion. I mean, opinion's what it's all about, isn't it? But...
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
I do feel like there is a bit of an overreaction about Marcus Rashford.
Thanks for watching today's Man United transfer news. Now, we'd love to hear from you. Who do you think should sign? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We're back to even more Man United news, transfers, and all the good stories from around the football world. Till next time, thanks for watching.
Manchester United to sign Manu Koné? Manchester United could be edging closer to another midfield addition, with fresh comments from Mark Goldbridge sparking major discussion among supporters. Goldbridge has been talking about Roma and France midfielder Manu Koné, suggesting there are genuine reasons for United fans to keep a close eye on the situation as the transfer window develops. But how realistic is a move to Old Trafford? What has actually been said? And could Koné be the midfielder Michael Carrick is looking to build around? In today's video, we'll break down everything Mark Goldbridge had to say, compare it with the latest reports, and separate the confirmed facts from the speculation surrounding one of Manchester United's most talked about transfer links.
Laurie Whitwell, I think, has said Manu Koné might be at a price point that's a bit uncomfortable for Manchester United. I think this has always been the threat.
Do you think this will happen?
I think someone's running on the beach behind me there. Can you see them? They're walking. I think this has always been a problem for Manchester United. I think if people enter the race, then it will become a problem. I think that if people create a bidding war, then it becomes a problem. I don't think there's anything sinister about that.
What do you think about this?
I think we already know that. So I'm not going to milk the cow on that one. If Roma push the price to 60, 70 million pounds, I think Man United walk. I think the price is meant to be about 40 to 50 million quid. And if it's that, I think United are comfortable. And if it's not...
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
They probably walk away. Now, whether they should walk away or not, I think we've spoken about this many times before. If there's a bidding war for a player that you want, you end up with plan F, G, H. And I would rather Man United ended up with A, B or C. So let's wait and see what happens.
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Happens with that one. I mean, it's tough. I think there are, if I'm being completely honest, and I will be completely honest about this, I think there are people out there trying to project that they know anything about the midfield and they don't.
Don't forget to smash a like if you're a Man United fan.
I think they're pretending that they're getting stuff from Man United and they're not. And I think that the reality is that Man United are probably considering Koné and then they're probably considering Scott, and that's my stance. But Scott's...
Do you think this will happen? Let me know in the comments.
Probably...